Okay, so you're here because you want to learn how to use Notion databases to their full potential, right? Well, you came to the exactly right place. Hi, I'm Noah Adams. Welcome back to our Notion Basics course. This is part 2, so if you haven't seen part 1, go check that out first because the knowledge there is very useful for this part as well. On today's agenda, we have databases. We'll also go into basic formulas, and to wrap it all up, we'll talk about different sharing settings. So let's start by just building a database, and as an example for today, we'll build an online store management system. So we'll call it Store Manager. And now we're going to want to create 2 databases. And before we do that, I'll just quickly summarize what databases do. If you've used Excel or Google Sheets before, you'll kind of get the gist of it. So basically, it's a way to store different data, and you store data in entries, and every entry has different properties. So let's just open up a table view, and I'll show you what that looks like. So we'll create a new blank table. And here you go. So you have the title right here. We'll call this one, for example, a customer list. All right. And then down here you see the properties. You have the name and then tags. We'll maybe delete this tags property. Don't need that right now. And now we can go type out customers, maybe like John, Alice, and Joshua. Okay. And now we've just created 3 entries, and these entries have the name property assigned to them. Now, if we want to assign more properties, for example, I don't know, a phone number, we can do that here, and then we can start typing out their phone number, whatever that might be. And then, you can go through this list of different properties and check out the different types, for example, a checkbox, or then just the text. This is the most basic type of property. You can literally just type in anything, maybe take a note on the customer, and then up here you can press on this, and that will give you kind of like the settings of the property where you can change the name of the property. So I could change that to notes, for example. Here I can also change the icon. So I'll maybe look for like a pencil. There we go. All right. And now we have some basic properties set up in our database. We have given it a title, and up here above the title you have the views. So right now we have a table view. We can add a new view. That'll add like a new tab up here. And we have 6 different options for view types. We have tables, boards, timelines, calendars, lists, and galleries. I'll just click through all of these so that you kind of like get a gist of what these would look like. A timeline is like this, a calendar is a calendar, a list just lists all of your entries, and then a gallery shows it like this. So it's pretty intuitive. Also the icons here will kind of like give you a hint of what they all do. Yeah, so I'll go for example to the board view, click on done, then go back to the table view to add a new property, and we'll add a status property. And in the status property, we'll edit the to-do to no sales, for example, in progress, and then sold. Something like this, right? A status property will always have a default status, and then you have 3 categories of statuses: to-do, in progress, and complete. And in the edit property, you can add multiple different statuses to one of these categories as well. So now that we have that, we can go into the layout of the board and then group by status. All right, so now we'll see they have no sales here, but we can take these and drag the names into different categories like this. So that's a nice view of the Kanban board here. And then the calendar view requires a date. So if we do go ahead and create a calendar, it'll automatically create a date property for us. And now up here in the no date, we'll see our 3 names. We can pop these into the calendar, and now they have a date assigned to them as well. So now we might want to create a product list as well. So we'll just go down, type /table, add a new table view of a new table, call it the product list, and then here we're gonna add, I don't know, I'm gonna just think of products off the top of my head: shampoo, hair gel, and cream, I don't know. And then we can give these a tag, for example, hygiene product. There we go. And now when I click out of this, you'll see this kind of like cell that I just edited will be highlighted blue, which means I can take this circle, drag that down, and fill the value out into the other ones too. And now we can also add, for example, an inventory number. There we go. I don't know, I'm just basically showing you what the different property types are, what you can do with them. And then let's also add another number property, but we'll call it price. And now in the number format, you can change the price format to euro. And now when we type in a number, it'll show it as euros. There we go. And now, if we go and change the customer list back to the table view, we could go ahead and link these. So for example, if John has bought a shampoo, we might want to kind of like reference the shampoo down here in John's entry. So we do that through a property type called relations. This basically connects different databases to each other. So we'll go to the product list, connect that, and we'll show it on the product list as well, add relation, and now we have a two-way relation, which means if we go to the product list property right here, I'll drag it over here, we can click on John and add the shampoo to his name. And you'll see down here that John has been assigned to shampoo as well. Another fun thing we can do is rollups. So these two property types, relations and rollups, are the most confusing part about Notion that really takes a while to really understand. But basically what a rollup does is that it takes information from one database and sends it to another database. So for example, if we wanted to see the total cost of what John has to pay, we might want to roll up the price of the products. So if we go here, we'll pick up the relation. So a rollup is always dependent on a relation first. We'll take the existing relation of product list, which we just made, and then this is the property from product list that we want to relate to. So we were talking about the price. We'll take the price right there, and now we want to show the original. That's fine. And now you'll see the price of the shampoo from the product list is also shown in the rollup for John. Now we'll change one more thing. We'll go to the calculate. We're gonna show the sum, which means if we now go ahead and add the hair gel as well, you'll see that it has added up $2.99 and $4.50, and it'll show you the total price of these two products that John has purchased, $7.49. You'll also see John in both of these products down here, and that's basically how you can connect databases together and get information from one place to the other. And now one more thing I want to talk about is formulas. So for example, on the date, we can call this ordered on. So this would be the date, when the customer has ordered something. And now if we want to get an estimated delivery date, for example, we could do that right here, create a formula, and then start typing the formula right here in the edit. So this is how Notion formulas look like. It's basically code. So this is something that is a little more complex, but you can scroll through here to see the different options of what we can do. What we want to do right now is a date add function. Just go up here, kind of like highlight this, and then you'll see an instruction of what it does. So basically, we're going to want to take our property ordered on, then we're going to 7 days. There we go. Then when we press on done, it'll take the ordered on property, add 7 days to that, and output your estimated delivery date. Now, if we wanted to add text to this, we would simply put in parentheses the text, for example, estimated delivery, like this. And then don't forget to add a plus sign to connect those together. There we go, done. And that'll show you the estimated delivery date right here. Now, another thing we could do is, for example, write a notice. So we'll go down to the formula, and then we'll just start typing, for example, hello. And then because we don't want to manually have to type out the name, right? We can pull that data from the name right here and then add that together with something like your product, and then add the product, which is from the product list. Add a plus again, add more text. Will be delivered on, another plus. And then right here we want to add the estimated delivery date, which would be, where do we have it? The formula. That's the name of the property, right? And there we go. We'll click done here. And now we're just gonna go and change this and delete this text from here. We don't really need that. We just want the date. Done. All right. Now you can see, hello, John. We'll add a space right here and a comma right here. Now it says, hello, John, your product, shampoo and hair gel, will be delivered on June 14th, 2024. Which, yeah, it's a fun little thing to do here. And Notion formulas are really powerful, so you can do a whole lot of different things with that. Then one more thing I want to talk about is permissions. So right now I'm working in my own workspace, in my Notion workspace, and this page is just part of my private workspace. If I wanted to share this with someone, I could press the share button up here and simply type in an email of someone to see to add them as a guest to this page. So in this video, I'll just simply be talking about guests and publishing to the web, and team spaces and further members and things like this I'll talk about in the third part of the beginner course. So you can also publish this to the web right here. It'll create a link which can be shared and accessed by anyone, and then here you can change the different permission levels. So, you know, you could even enable search engine indexing if you want your page to show up on Google searches, for example. You can change if you want to allow commenting or editing or allowing duplicate as template. You can also at any time unpublish this and it's off the web again. And in the share, simply just add someone like this, and then you can change here their access from full access to can comment and can view, and with the plus plan, can edit. If you are considering getting the plus plan for Notion, don't forget to check out the affiliate link down in my description. It would really help me out if you use that. And thanks a lot. And it's completely free for you, so thanks for that. So yeah, that's how that works. That's how you can share pages to guests. And don't forget to tune in next week. It's going to be the third part of the beginner course here. We're going to talk about team spaces, we're going to talk about advanced sharing and database automations, among other things. So I can't wait to get that video out to you guys. Have a great week, and I'll see you next Friday. Bye.